Morning, everyone. I'm Rob Goodwin of YoBostonSports.com and the Red Sox Winter Weekend Facebook group at Foxwoods Resort Casino for Red Sox Winter Weekend 2019. With me is John Corn, and we're finally here.
We're finally here. It's our fifth trip here.
You know, it's amazing. This is our third time that we've actually broadcasted live. We've got a lot of people watching, and we actually would welcome any fans to come on in and join us. And if you're in front of the Premier Ballroom, which is where we are right now, come on out.
Yeah.
So how excited are you today?
I'm excited about getting some tickets. I love coming here and seeing the alumni and the autograph session, but I really like getting buying some tickets for the season because I don't know, 99% of being a fan is going to the games, right?
Exactly. And so we saw a lot of posts last night about the town hall. It was very exciting and very packed. I guess the lines to get in were pretty long. There was a line for MasterCard holders that was apparently longer than the regular line. But people did get in, and I know that the check-in to the hotel last night was busy, but moving along. Someone said it looked like there were 3 times more people here than last year.
Really?
Yeah, very busy.
World champ, the greatest team they ever had was last year.
That's right.
You know,
So
2018 Red Sox. Get to see the 2018 Red Sox.
Right. So we've seen Garen Austin here broadcasting live earlier. Tom Caron made his entry about 5 minutes ago. So we have beaten Nesson on the air. And
we got here early this year.
Hey, Mike. Mike's watching. Barry's watching. How you guys doing? Hope you enjoy the broadcast.
All right.
So our schedule today basically is we going to head over to Ticket Town at 9 a.m. for tickets, right? That's when the Premier Ballroom opens up.
And then we're going to get an autograph set. Go to the autograph session.
Right. We have our 11 o'clock autograph session in room 2 if anybody's looking for us.
And then I'll get some lunch, and then I don't know. Maybe we'll hang around for the 3:30. What's going on at 3:30?
That's the damage done stories from the 18 Red Sox World Series championship team.
All right. Looking forward to it.
So people are being led into the Premier Ballroom, but not the general public. Security is around.
There is going to be a snowstorm, but it's not supposed to come until later on tonight, so we should be okay with that. And it was the last year or the year before we left here in the middle of a storm, and by the time it was actually following us up Route 2, yeah.
Yeah, it was the year before.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So I know a lot of people on the Winter Weekend Facebook group had been offering tickets and looking for tickets, and a lot of people had given up their hotel rooms and had all complete packages because they're afraid of the weather tomorrow and snow and ice and all that. So today's gonna be fine, which is perfect.
Yep. Perfect weather out there.
Now
it's cold out, but it's perfect weather. The sun is out right now.
Yeah. Now we know we won't be seeing Poppy at the 11 o'clock autograph session. For those who don't know, he's going to be at the food court at Foxwoods at 11 a.m. for some type of presentation. So I imagine a lot of people are going to be going to that. So we will not see him in our photo op or autograph session, but that's okay. Hey, so let's talk a little bit about the former Red Sox player that's also here that we saw about a week and a half ago in West Hartford, Keith Foulke.
Keith Foulke, yeah. We went to the World Series Club. It's they've been doing that since 1926. A bunch of guys up in West Hartford. They get together about a half a dozen times a year. They'll have a guest speaker. It's always an ex-Major League Baseball player. And they've had some pretty... Jack Morris was there.
Jack Morris.
We saw him about 4 years ago. Bill Lee. You saw Rich Hill.
That's right.
And, last week we saw Keith Foulke, the guy that was standing on the mound when they broke the curse.
Now, what did you think of the Q&A session?
I thought it was the best one I ever saw. He really had a way of bringing you into the event. Describing what it looked like and felt like and that kind of stuff. He was very good.
Yeah, and the way he talked about it, he did talk a lot of it about the players and his teammates. I wanted to know what was the deal with Curt Schilling and Pedro. Did they get along? Did they not get along? And he didn't know.
No.
He said the starters kind of, the relievers are kind of away from everyone, especially doing their work. And he said the only thing he saw was a dust-up between Curt Schilling and another Latin player.
Yeah.
Who shall remain nameless.
I wonder if it was Manny.
I think it was. Yeah. But and then we actually met him. He was actually real nice. I brought my the collage that I made of photos I took at the ring ceremony in '05, and he kind of liked that. I had him sign the picture that I took of him coming off the mound after that win.
I just think it's amazing that they, for 86 years, they've had great teams. They really have. and they couldn't win it. They won 4 times since 2004. And that's amazing.
And the trophies are all here.
Yeah.
Trophies are all here. I'd like to see if anybody wants to join us.
It's as if there was a curse and it was broken or something. I don't know.
Yeah, right. It's kind of interesting. People seem to sort of be staying away from us.
I wonder why.
Well, I
you.
think they're afraid to be on camera.
Well, they're not here for that. They're here to see the players, you know.
They're not here. No, they're certainly not here to see you and me.
Yeah, no.
So let's see. We have a time check of it's 8:35.
Oh, there's the last out. We're showing the last out at the series over on the screen.
Nice, yeah, nice video. Nice pictures on the wall leading down to towards the premier ballroom of all
Let's talk for a minute about the 2018 team. Did you ever see a team where so much went right, no matter what they did? Even the last 6 out, the last 6 outs of the World Series, 6 strikeouts.
But they lost 3 in a row a couple times.
3 in a row?
Yeah. The sky just remember the sky was falling.
Oh my gosh, the Red Sox fans are so neurotic. They really are. They get so caught up in it. And I tell Red Sox fans they should watch other games and find out that other teams lose 2 in a row too during the season, and it's been going on for 150 years now.
And do other teams also try to beat the Red Sox or no?
Yes, yeah. There's just no excuse for a loss. No, none. No excuse. We got to have another World Championship team here.
Well, you know how many wins they would have had if Cora had managed better.
109. Amazing. I think I haven't heard it mentioned anywhere. Cora and Aaron Boone, 2 rookie managers, won 208 games between the 2 of them. That's got to be a first.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
We're looking at the final standings. You see 108 and then 100 underneath it. It almost looked like a misprint or something.
And can you imagine winning 100 and division? You wouldn't think that would happen.
Or how do you win 108 games in the same division as a team that won 100? It's usually when you win 108 games because you're in a lousy division. You beat up on all the other teams.
Right.
The second place team won 100 games.
Now the Red Sox, the Red Sox record against the Yankees was what 1 or 2 games over 500 last year, or was it more?
I'm not sure.
It was relatively even. But you're right about that. I mean, you would think it would be very difficult for 2 teams in the same division to win 100, and yet it happened. And really, no one else came close in the American League, right? Nobody in the West, and nobody in the Central.
I think Houston won 100 though in their division, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Houston did win 100. That's right. But it's really you're right. There'll never be we don't think there'll be another season like 2018.
But I think it's interesting how the Red Sox, up until about 15 years ago, had a reputation for collapsing at the wrong moment. Have ever since 2004. The other team, they've been in 4 World Series, and the other team is never even in it. They just dominate. 4 straight in 04, 4 straight in 07. In 2013, they won in 6 games, but it was an easy win. They weren't going to lose that. And then last year, there was no question who was going to win. You knew they were going to win.
So so that brings me to my question about the Dodgers. I mean, how good a manager do you really think Dave Roberts is?
I don't know enough about
because I have my doubts.
I don't know.
The situation that shocked me was when Rich Hill was pitching a gem, and then
and he pulled him in the middle of the 6th inning.
Well, he actually Dave Roberts came out to talk to him. Now Rich Hill during the prior half inning had told him, if you have a better option, then take me out, which I don't know why any pitcher would ever say that.
I don't know if we got the whole story on that. I really don't.
As I understand it, Roberts came out to talk to Rich Hill, and Rich Hill just voluntarily gave him the ball and left.
That doesn't sound right. It sounds too weird for me. I think there's something else. There was something else going on.
Supposedly that's what happened.
Yeah, I heard the same story, but I mean, in the middle of a World Series, the manager's going to let the guy walk off the mound when he doesn't want him to.
Well,
I got trouble believing that.
If he gives up the ball, what is he going to go? Hey, come back here?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe Dave Roberts thought he wanted to come off the mound.
What are you doing? You know.
I'll tell you another thing.
I don't know. It sounds like a strange situation where we don't have all the information.
I'll tell you another thing. There was another situation where the Red Sox were playing the Tigers in the ALCS in 2013, the deciding game that we went to, and they had a shot of the Tigers bench, including Scherzer, and when Shane Victorino hit the home run that put the Red Sox ahead in the seventh inning to left field, they almost had no reaction. None, right? They almost had no reaction. If you look at the reaction of Rich Hill after one of the home runs the Red Sox hit, and it may have been Mitch Moreland's home run, Rich Hill had a reaction where he tilted his head back going, oh. That tells me that's an emotional reaction to where you're still in this game, you know, and then have this reaction which is clearly negative. And I don't know what team does that in the World Series. I don't know what player does that in the World Series. Am I making something out of nothing?
I don't know. I don't know.
It was just surprising. Usually it's like, we're still in this game, let's go get them. And so we gave up a home run, big deal. Short memory, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it was the fourth game of the series, right?
Yes.
It looked like the Red Sox were going to come back and win that, and yeah, he was probably frustrated that he wasn't on the mound. I don't know.
Anything can happen.
You can't read it. You can't read too much into this stuff, I don't think. You know, we only see 5% of what's going on. That's the problem with a fan and the media. They think they know as much as the managers and the scouts and the players and the coaching staff. They don't. They don't know what's going on. They're just watching the thing.
But if we don't make something out of nothing, we have no show.
That's right.
So we have to have a show.
Yes.
You know, so we have to make something out of nothing.
I like the old days when I was a kid. The only thing you knew about the players is what they were players. You know, you didn't see the guy driving up to Dunkin' Donuts to get a latte with his kid or something like that, and all this.
But he also
too much information out there.
But he also booed Yastrzemski without knowing much. Oh, he's a bum, right?
I know. I didn't know he was playing injured. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So maybe knowing more and being able to speculate isn't such a bad thing.
The guy batted like .330 and hit 45 home runs in 1970. The following year, he batted about .250. I was looking at his records. He played the whole season with his wrist was throbbing all season. He never went on the DL. That would never happen today.
No. Yeah. He'd be on the DL if his wrist was throbbed once.
Right.
He'd go on the DL.
If he sneezed, he'd be on the DL. Oh boy!
Well, I hope no player sneezes here. They might not attend spring training.
Remember that guy Bergeron from the Bruins? He played the whole postseason with a busted jaw. About 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Yeah, if that was a baseball player, be out all year.
I mean, Pedroia plays hurt. I mean, Pedroia played with a bad wrist in 13, right?
They compare Benintendi with Yaz. I would say Pedroia is the closest I ever saw to Yaz. Mm-hmm. You watch him hit a home run, and you go, how did a guy that size just crush a ball there? I used to think that when I saw Yaz. He was not a big man.
Right.
And he used to hit balls as far as Poppy did, and he played hurt. And Pedroia reminds me of him. He doesn't have the power he has because he's not quite as big as Yaz was, but he reminds me of him. Same attitude towards the game. You know, it had to be killing him to be on a bench last season.
Oh, it had to be, but
all that.
But he was definitely participating with the team and with his teammates and providing valuable input, I'm sure.
Oh, he had a great year himself. I mean, he was glad he was there, but he was glad they won. But he must have been killing him not to be able to play.
And I'm sure it's killing him that Manny Machado's not going to sign with the Yankees.
Well, I hope he ends up in the American League, Manny Machado.
Yeah, probably what, White Sox?
Yeah, we can still have some brawls at Fenway Park at his expense.
But if he's not playing in the East, then it's not going to be 19 times.
Right.
So. Well, we can only hope. If it's White Sox,
they'll only be at Fenway once probably.
Might be twice. Might be twice.
They'll play twice, but
Yeah.
they'll play once in Chicago. Yeah, maybe twice.
Two series. I think it's either one or
we have
two.
a schedule here. We could look.
We could look.
We could look. Yeah.
So it's getting a little bit busier here. You could probably see behind us. We see quite a few people coming down the escalator, although we have not had a Jim Rice spotting yet. For those of you who don't know, Jim Rice kind of snubbed John last year coming down the escalator. John wanted to say hello, and he said, "What is this 50-plus-year-old guy coming at me for? I'm going to look at my phone and drink my coffee."
He's carrying a Dunkin' Donuts coffee in one hand and a cell phone in the other. I'm about 10 feet away from him, walking towards him. All of a sudden, he starts looking at his phone, like pretending he doesn't see me. He's like, going, "I've had enough of these 50-year-old fans. Oh my God."
Well, I guess I can't really blame him. Well, actually, I do. He could have been nice and said hello. Does he know who? Does he know you?
Does he know who we are?
That's the question. Does he know? Did he know? Apparently not.
Evidently, he didn't. I mean, I keep a low profile around here. I don't tell everybody that I'm a star.
Exactly. So I understand that everyone who had a hotel package got a autographed photo of a Red Sox player. And I guess if you were in the room at the time, you actually got to choose which player that was. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many people have been on the Winter Weekend Facebook group, but there are people looking for tickets, and I get maybe even offering tickets. Some people are trying to get out early ahead of the storm. I think there are some people that have autograph sessions that are later in the day.
And I'm hearing the storm isn't going to be as bad. Well, down here it might be a lot of ice. So that's what they're probably afraid of.
I think we're supposed to get ice in central Connecticut. Do ice, and then it'll freeze overnight.
It's going to be just snow, I heard.
It might freeze overnight.
Yeah.
Now, we are not meteorologists. I want to make that very clear.
However, we watch the Weather Channel and we get completely engrossed in it, just like you do when you're analyzing Rich Hill's attitude towards the.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
The insight you have is just very 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 deep insight. So
well, I wouldn't go that far. So
it's filling up in here.
It is filling up, and there like Garen Austin is actually. Can we show Garen Austin for a second? Let's see.
Yeah, she's down there.
Well, I'm trying to change the camera angle, but I guess I'm having a little trouble here. Would you like to be on our show, sir? Hi, this is yourbostonsports.com. We're actually on the Red Sox Winter Weekend Facebook group live.
Great.
I'm Rob. This is John.
Hi,
How
John.
you doing?
Hey,
How
Rob.
are you?
What's your name?
My name is Todd.
Todd, where are you from?
I'm from Norwich, Connecticut, so right close by.
So
It's
you-
my son Andrew. Andrew,
Andrew,
come on in too.
So you guys didn't make too long a trip.
No, it
And
was
you're, not,
actually,
and you're not staying overnight.
no. We actually we're not, and we were able to kind of sleep in a little bit this morning. So it worked out pretty good.
for you. Yeah, we came from about an hour away. Same thing.
Yeah,
Have you
that's
been here
good.
before for the event?
No, it's our first time. We're huge Red Sox fans, but we've never had the time to come for the weekend. So this is our first time. We just got a day pass, but that's good.
That's good. That's good. So did you try to get autograph sessions?
We have not yet. That's what we're trying to work on. So we're trying to figure out our game plan right now.
Yeah. So I don't know if they have them at check-in or not.
Yeah, I don't know either. So
Yeah.
we'll have to figure that out.
Yeah. So how many Red Sox games do you go to a year?
Oh boy, I'm going to say probably a half a dozen. He's in Boston going to college, so he goes to more.
And where are you going to school?
Massachusetts College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences.
Nice. Very nice. Excellent. Yeah. I can speak for myself. I go to about 2-3 games. John, maybe a few more.
Probably 3 or 4. Yeah, probably about 3 or 4. I'm going to go to Baltimore in June.
That's a great place to go watch a game.
I've been to every stadium in the country, and that's
Really?
that's the best one.
Well, I got to tell you,
That's
we've
my
been there a
favorite
couple
stadium.
of times because on some vacation stuff, and we even went down for one particular game. Had a blast. Great fans are great down there too. Sometimes we kind of take over the place a little bit too much, so you kind of feel bad for some of the Baltimore fans.
It's got to be something when you're playing. 80% of the fans are from Boston.
Absolutely.
Same thing probably happens when the Yankees are in town too.
Yep, they as they say, we travel well, right?
Yeah. But so I'll probably go down there in June, and then we'll get a couple tickets, and I'll go in September probably. Yeah.
So you're getting any tickets today?
So I don't know. That's one of the other things we're trying to figure out. We have a good friend of ours who gets us opening day tickets. So we've been to opening days since
That's a big one.
2005. So, oh no, yeah. So those we already get. So we now just trying to look around and see what games would kind of work for the rest of us and the family and stuff like that. So.
Right, because all the games are on sale today.
Yep.
And they haven't gone on sale to the general public yet.
Oh, that's good
Yeah,
news.
you're
We
right
didn't
in
know that.
right in the
So
Premier Ballroom at Ticketown. That's where we're gonna head over to.
That is great
Yeah.
As soon
information.
as the door opens.
Yeah.
We'll be right there. Then, that's for sure.
Now, did you get your tickets way in advance or?
Son, you mean for these?
I got these about middle of November. So I got him this for Christmas. So this is.
Yeah, so
Nice,
that was
nice.
it was one of the things I'm opening up. I'm going, oh, there's money in here, and I opened it up. It was actually better than money. It was a
That's
ticket here, so it was good.
Well, I was surprised. It's usually we wait till a couple weeks and then we get them, and they sold out right away.
Right. No, that's well. That was it. I thought about getting it, and all of a sudden they said they're sold out. We're like, oh man, that's too bad. And he was able to get us one, so we're good. We're happy to be here.
Excellent. We'll have a great day. Enjoy. Maybe we'll come across you later on today.
Thank you,
All
guys.
right, thanks.
Really appreciate it.
All right,
Thank
enjoy.
you very much.
Okay.
You guys have a great day. Thanks for having us in. Appreciate
Could
it.
we'll give you one of our cards?
That'd be fantastic.
Here, grab a card.
Yep. Hang on. You guys have a. I've seen this before.
You have. Okay. Great.
Good stuff, Andrew. Take one.
So we're going to be live until we can actually probably get into the Premier Ballroom. We'll be live for a little
I'm sorry.
while.
That's for me.
I'm gonna get in line
Yep,
pretty soon.
that's it. Great.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a
See guys
great day.
around. Yeah,
Excellent.
Which one was Rob?
I'm Rob, and this is John.
John. Okay. So I knew there was a Rob and John. Rob and John.
Take care.
Good
Thanks,
seeing you guys.
Okay,
God bless
take
you.
care.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Take care.
Enjoy it. So, there are fans that are not totally shy, right? They're very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. So
They-
they'll be opening.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Great.
And we're taking a selfie live on Facebook. Is that a first?
Yeah. Cameras on this side.
All right.
Let's see. Hang on. My arm's got to get back. And Andrew squeeze in on three. And
All right.
awesome. Thanks,
Great,
guys.
thank you.
Appreciate
Great.
it. Thanks, Rob.
Enjoy the day. All right. So yeah, it is. People, I guess, are starting to line up. 8:51.
I'd like to get in line to get
Okay.
to get a.
So we're
some
gonna
tickets.
end our morning broadcast right now. Thanks everyone for watching. Keep in touch with us throughout the day on the Winter Weekend Facebook group and also on our page, yourbostonsports.com. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll catch you later.
Have a good day.